Well, last time we learned how to draw a face of Jesus in blacklight technique using just regular chalk. Now we're going to take that a step further, and we're going to still be working on a black surface, but we'll use fluorescent chalk this time. Now, this isn't the invisible chalk that I use when I draw a hidden blacklight picture, but if you go to the See the Light website, seethelightshine.com, and you go to the store, you can buy pastels that are fluorescent that will let you draw a picture similar to the one I'm about to draw now. And if you have a black light, then you can see how it looks under a black light. So we're going to give you the chance to actually do a little black light technique with regular fluorescent. We actually call this visible fluorescent chalk because you can see it. I'm going to use 3 different sticks, 2 that you can get at See the Light, and one that is one of my own that you can't get there. But the most of what I'm going to do is with these 2. One of these sticks is kind of an orange color. The next is yellowish, kind of a yellow-orange. And then the third one, and I'm going to use this for background, is a purple color. So those are the 3 that I'll be working with today. Most of what I'm going to do with this orange stick, which actually under regular light looks more pink than it does orange, but under black light it has much of a more of an orange tint. And I'm going to show you how that works. Again, drawing pretty much the same face that I drew last time, so I'm going to turn down my whites here, and I'm going to use the stick. I'm going to do just like I did with my lecturer's chalk. I'm working with the actually the corner or an edge rather than just flat, and I'm going to start my face by drawing that rectangle. Chalk artists, as a rule, when drawing a face in blacklight chalk, will use orange rather than a flesh tone or a peach, simply because flesh tones and peaches tend to be, again, too bright, too washed out to really look like a flesh tone. So flesh is usually drawn in orange. Again, I'm going to start out with a rectangle roughly twice as wide as it is high. I'm going to take the edge of the chalk again coming down and drawing the bridge of the nose. Okay. All right. Then I'm going to come down a little bit below the nose, draw the philtrum. I'm going to suggest the bottom lip and the little places of skin under the bottom lip where the beard does not grow. I'm going to drop a little further down for the bottom of the chin, and then I'm going to suggest a neck, and then I'm going to come up here. Now I'm not using the full side of the chalk this time because I don't want to cover that much area, but about 2/3 of the way down the bridge of the nose I'm going to draw in the cheekbones. Okay. And I'm going to come up to the corners at the bridge of the nose, and I'm going to round those off like I did the other time. And I'm going to come to the end and round them down a little bit. Remember, nobody has a square forehead unless they're Frankenstein. So I'm going to come in and use my eraser, which is just a foam craft brush. And I'm going to round those corners off there. Okay, smoothing that out just a little bit. Almost looks like I've got a skull there, and that's kind of what you're doing, is you're really drawing the shape of a skull, just with some skin on it. Go to the bottom of the nose again. I'm going to come across each side and suggest here. Okay, I'm softening. Okay, face is coming along. And the next thing I want to do is I'm going to suggest the hair again. This is where I'm going to use my blue stick. I have, you can get a green stick with the chalk from See the Light, but it doesn't show up as well on what I'm doing here, so I'm using the blue. I'm going to kind of cut in the hair. Remember, I always leave extra hair, and I'm going to cut in some shoulders here. I'm using negative space to create the hair. Come over here, cut in the shoulders again. And then I don't have a good white for a to draw a robe, so I'm going to use this gold, and I'm going to just again cut in to kind of give you the feel of what it would look like. Now remember, up in the eyes, I don't draw the whites of the eyes. What I do is I draw a short line, and then a longer line, and again a short line, and a longer line to indicate the upper eyelids. And then I draw another line down here to indicate the lower eyelid. That's as much of the eye as I do. Now, if I'm working with regular blacklight chalk, then I'm going to, at times, I'm going to pull a little bit up in here to kind of connect, and I'm going to feather out this area down here to kind of give us where the beard is starting in. I may come in, just kind of notch a little bit here to suggest the top of the nose. Okay. Come in with just the corner of the chalk and suggest the mustache. I'm not going to even draw the upper lip. Okay, come down here. I will suggest some of the beard down here. And again, I'm going to come in and just add some waves to the hair. Okay, almost there. I'm going to add a little highlighting. Remember, like I said last time, watch with blacklight chalk particularly, because a little highlighting goes a whole long way. So I just want to add a little highlighting in the forehead so that it isn't quite so flat. Okay, and same with the cheekbones, just to give them a little bit more substance. Okay, and then I add just a little hair, a couple highlights in the beard maybe, and just a few on the hair, and I'm done. Well, one other thing, I'm going to soften these earlobes just a bit, because they're a little bright and they stick out a little bit much. And that's pretty much it. Just a real quick, very simple way of using a formula to create a face that would function again in a blacklight drawing or a chalk drawing as a face of Jesus. I'm going to turn the bright white lights back up and the black light off, and again using blacklight chalk on a black surface, it doesn't look all that great. The colors just sort of become almost a sepia tone, but when you kick the black light on, then they brighten up and they take on a lot more intensity. You can do this, okay? All you've got to do is go to seethelightshine.com and order some of our blacklight chalk, order a little black light, and give this a try. I won't say it's not difficult, it is. You're going to have to practice, but the more you practice, the better you'll get at it. So I hope you'll give this a try. I'm going to show you one more face of Jesus done this way, but I'm going to do it with invisible fluorescent chalk, so you can see how that works as well. I hope that you have enjoyed this lesson, and I'll see you next time.